Bound in cuffs, 42-year-old Samuel Otasi and a relation were at the police divisional headquarters, Igbogeni, where he was detained for poisoning 3 of his sons after a prophecy that they were wizards.
Judge Odogo made a pronouncement in the church that I have some children and I'm not marrying the mother again. The mother have bewitched all my children to tarnish their life and to tarnish my family's life. That a owner of his son, children, will buy a snapper and poison them and kill them. I've not seen, and I cannot be.
Assalamu alaikum, my people. You see, I do feel so much sorry for the Christians. Some of the Christians, 92% of them, if you bring a goat and tag that goat, pastor, whatever that pastor say, they will listen to it. You see, and that is the reason why I don't feel so hard around them when they come fighting on my platform. Because they believe everything their pastors say to them about people like me that are online talking. They see us as antichrist. You understand? Because the pastor has told them, don't mind them, it has been revealed, the Bible say this, the Bible say that. But you see, I feel so sorry for these guys. This man poisoned his 3 children because the pastor said that they are witch and they are making him not to progress in life. Because you see, when they are entering that church, they remove their brain outside the door. Now, he went out to unalive these 3 children. When he now start progressing, who will inherit that his progress? He did not ask himself this question. By the time he died for sniper, because sniper is cheap. 200 naira, 500 naira, you get a small bottle of sniper. You see, before I continue talking, let's continue listening to him.
Among that,
Otasi is accused of forcing the content of an insecticide called Sniper down the throats of his sons, aged 10, 12, and 14. But the elders miraculously survived the lethal dose of the liquid.
My father bring a roof from his pocket and give to Levi. And Levi and I tie me and my brothers down and give us the snapper to drink. I use my head and my legs to crawl out from the bush and now managed to escape.
When he came, the hands were swollen and there were marks showing that I had been tied for a while, both on the hands and the legs. So we began to treat him, ran some tests, began to treat him. In the evening, he got a bit conscious. He could talk, could call the name of his village. So he now told us what happened, that the father took them, said they were going to a church, and then along the line, he stopped, asked the bus to stop, and they went into a bush. When they got there, with one other man, I think his uncle or so, he tied all of them and forced them to drink Sniper.
He was eventually brought to the police station here. When he had recovered a little, he now told us that 2 other of his siblings are still in the bush. By the time we got there, unfortunately, those 2 had already given up the ghost.
The Commissioner of Police, Bayelsa State, and officers of the command visited the crime scene where the wooden crates used to convey the bodies of the 2 boys were shown to journalists.
This is the scene where the whole incident took place. And the rescue. This is exactly where the rescue took place also. Parents must be wary. Even if they have personal problems to themselves as spouses, it must not go to the children. Now these 2 children now have been lost forever. And this one is just managing to survive. That shouldn't be the case.
Back in detention, the police says Samuel Otasi will have his day in court.
Sorry.
2 grandsons dead, 1 in hospital.
Guys, you know, when I see Christians coming to my platform to run rampage, I feel sorry for them. Because, like I said, 92% of them bring a rat and tag that rat, pastor. Anything that rat said, they will listen to it. I don't know how these people manage to get control of these people that gathers around them. And you see, those that are gathering around them also are evil generations. Evil generation. They said, buy sniper, unalive these children because they are the one hindering your progress. The man has 3 boys and he decided to end their life to progress. He didn't ask himself, if I make that progress, who is going to inherit those progress if I get rid of these children? You see, when the Christians, when their pastors are talking to them, their thinking does not have revise. Because if their thinking has revise, you won't see them the way they come to fight. Like this morning, there's one also from my place, on my platform this morning, calling me names. And I know she is kind of Mama G.O., that whatever we represent on social media is disturbing their income. These guys don't care. These guys don't care what you do and what they tell you. If they can tell you that God entered the womb of a woman gave birth to God, human being gave birth to God, and they agree also that God died. If they cannot start thinking and revising and say, how come, how? I feel sorry for them. See you on my next video.